Now I.
So we were live.
We are live.
Oh yeah, I guess you didn't have it on.
We are very live.
Everybody saw that.
That's no, you didn't. No, you didn't. That won't hit the cutting board.
Come on.
Hey.
Pucking ball boy bloopers. It's our first one.
It's a live one. But hey, before we get rolling, real quick, before I even look at ESPN, because I know it's going to happen, we will hit the pick'em at the end. But Thursday night, before either one of us know a score, Raiders or Broncos?
Broncos.
But is it your jersey?
It is. Okay, so I'm gonna. You know what? I'll do both. I'm gonna rep for Nick tonight.
You're gonna pick for him? I don't like that.
We don't have to count it towards him necessarily, but I'll do my normal thing, but then I'll also make a legitimate pick for once. So you don't have to count my legitimate picks, but I'll have them out there anyway.
Okay.
Either way, I'm pretty sure the Broncos are doing their throwback.
The cream?
The cream ones.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Those are sick.
That's pretty cool.
So that's why I'm going to rock with them.
Okay.
I'm going to go with them either way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Denver too.
Yeah,
that's easy enough. It's on there. We can't get caught for it. Now I can pull up ESPN if my computer would load. But
I mean, I can pull it up.
That's true.
We have it on the monitor.
That's true. Good point. Yeah, I'll let you be in charge of that while my notes load.
My prediction score, it's going to be 10-3.
Oh.
Denver right now.
7-0.
I was wrong in every essence of the word. Hey, good for you guys. Bold for me to assume that Denver could score. So, tough.
Yeah, no kidding. But anyway, we had a little bit of a break, some stuff going on, catching up on some editing here. And we've got, the most sports news I feel like we could have gotten all year. Just trade deadlines, investigations, championship being won. And I guess we should just kind of start with the championship if we're backpedaling. We all knew it was going to happen. Dodgers.
Congrats. I was going to be a bitter, salty loser, but, in hindsight, should have even gone to 7? No. It shouldn't have been pushed to 7.
Yeah, you proved us wrong. We all said 5.
We all said 5.
And I will at least be thankful for Toronto for giving us good games to watch.
Yeah, they did. It was honestly a pretty entertaining World Series overall.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of ups and downs, but, I mean, it's particularly Game 7. Game 7 was electric. That's going to be going down as one of the best Game 7s ever.
And it's going to teach a lot of hitting coaches to tell your players to slide.
Yes, it is. For sure. Should have dove head first, man.
Especially with wearing a sliding glove.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't understand. He could have also gotten a better jump. He could have done a lot of other things, but it is what it is. And good for the Dodgers. I hate it, but got to blame the teams that are not spending enough money too.
Well,
so we can't just fully hate on them. We also got to blame teams like the White Sox, Oakland, Tampa. You're not spending your money.
Hey, they did just bring back Lubob. They picked up his $20 million option.
Wow!
So that guy's going nowhere.
That's like 75% of their payroll. So, $20 million? Wow! I didn't know they could do that.
No,
breaking the bank.
Yeah, we said it weeks ago. The Dodgers were the -215 favorite. It makes sense. Nobody, except Canada, maybe saw Toronto winning that, and we said it. They put up a good fight, but man, I mean, there's been a lot of talk, and we don't have to get too far into it about them being the new evil empire or anything like that. And I know this is one of your hater segments. If you want to just bring up one of them now,
I might as well bring up the hater segment. It's not necessarily sorry, Dodger fans. This is bound to happen, but you can't blame me for this. In terms of Blake Snell's comments about Toronto getting lucky, he got lit up. I think it was Game 6, maybe Game 5, whichever one. He pitched. Allowing 5 runs, and he defended himself saying he felt like he was pitching fine, and that Toronto, particularly in the back-to-back home runs, that they got lucky. And your first outing against Toronto did not go well either. You allowed multiple runs in that game too, and I'd like to argue that the Dodgers probably could have won this series sooner if it weren't for you being on the mound. So I mean, to call that team lucky when you pitched like crap all series long, you didn't even get through 20 pitches in Game 7. They brought in Yamamoto and just said, yeah, screw you, Jack. So Blake Snell's a sore loser. I can't stand that guy. I cannot stand Blake Snell.
This is where my hate would come from, if anything. Like we've been talking about in our texts, if you can really hate the Dodgers. I mean, can I hate Mookie? Can I hate Freddie Freeman? No. But I can absolutely, and I can double down on it now after that quote from the celebration with Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow talking about how when they were with the Rays, they lost to the Dodgers, and they reflected on it and said, "Hey, if you can't beat them, join them, baby." Hey, you're the problem, right?
You're the problem. You're 100%. 100%. Blake Snell is a more understandable. He was in that Game 6 where he was dominating LA, and the manager inexplicably pulled him. So that's more understanding. Glass now, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You have no business talking, dude. Although Blake Snell is a very punchable face. He's kind of got a little snail action going on with his eyes, so he is kind of ugly little douchebag, if you ask me personally. So yeah, sorry, I can't stand Blake Snell, dude. He's a tool. But yeah, you know what? Offense taken. But I will agree with you on Freddie. Mookie, he's a nice guy. He's very sus, but he's pretty funny. I get it. Kershaw, you can't hate Kershaw. Muncy's a decent guy, but there are certain those comments. That's idiotic. That just makes me angry. You are part of the problem. So you could have with Tampa Bay, take a pay cut and actually earn it that way, or go to anywhere else really.
Well, I mean, Blake could have stayed with the Giants. I mean,
yeah, that too. I mean, of course, they're a team that's tried to spend $800 million on Judge. I'm sure they were trying to throw their hat in the ring on Ohtani too, but hey, I mean, anything but LA, man. Giants fans, I'm with you.
Yeah,
it'd be rough out there.
It kind of is what it is. It makes me sort of look forward to next year. There's some baseball news that maybe we'll cover in a few weeks, just because I think there's a lot going on right now. News-wise, I think we'll cover before, By the way, Nick's not here. Obviously, I'm sure you could tell by the camera angles. He's out tonight.
Quite late saying that.
So it's, hey, I mean, I guess, hey, welcome in, too. I guess we missed that part, too. But, anyway. Yeah, no, I feel like we'll just probably hit a little bit of the news that you and I know, because I think after the last episode, Nick kind of made it very clear that he's not much of a basketball knower.
No, he's not.
Or
No.
Well, I shouldn't really call him Seams either.
He seemed like he would have known more than me, but I guess not. We lost our timer, by the way.
That's okay.
That's unfortunate.
It is what it is. We've got a general
look
idea.
Around like 8:50ish.
But hey, I guess you want to pull the notes up on the thing. I had it, and then I didn't.
Yeah. Give me a second.
You're fine.
Did it crash on me though?
I think just the timer crashed.
I think it was just the timer. You're right.
There you go. There you go.
Just do this so I can. There we go.
All right. So, as I mentioned, and we talked a little bit about the World Series. I take my hat off, but I can't unless I take the whole get up off. There's been some news, and I'm sure you could tell I'm wearing all black today. Very, very sad news for me, and it's disappointing. I'll talk about my disappointment later, but we talked about it here and there, little spits and spats in episode 4 or 5, whichever it was. The National Betting Association and the FBI horror show that's happening right now is wild. It's not surprising, but it's wild. I mean, I don't know how much you've really looked into it, but I've been digging. We had that extra week off, and I said, I'm coming, and I'm coming prepared. So we knew a little bit about the whole Jonte Porter situation, which I didn't know until today. Jonte Porter is the brother of Michael Porter Jr.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess it makes sense because of the history
That's how
of
I
injuries.
even heard about it, is because they mentioned it was his brother. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know you played basketball, but now we know.
So it started with Jonte. It followed through with Scary Terry and his scary bets.
NBA Scary Terry. Don't get it confused with the actual Scary Terry.
Although, hey, I mean, we could make our own little speculations here with him getting some unders and after these injuries. But we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that.
I'm not going that far.
No, I'm not gonna get a defamation suit against me here.
You know, he was Patriot legend in the trade rumor comments. So you know, you're a hero in my eyes.
Come on, Robert.
Even
Why
though,
did you pay the guy?
Yeah. Good thing it didn't happen because he wouldn't be playing for us half the year.
Hey, maybe I should back up a little bit before I get into the betting
yeah.
association. Maybe we should just talk about the National Basketball Association and their hashtags.
On the beginning
of the year.
We might as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's start with the positive before we get into the negative.
Before we go into the
So I saw these 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I gotta show the boys. I've got to do it. Some of these are ridiculous. I mean, we joked about it before the camera started rolling. Brooklyn and We Go Hard. I get it. It's good. It's good. At first, we went right over my head, but it does go hard. As a matter of fact,
Hashtag Timberwolves is the laziest thing I've ever seen.
Listen,
that is straight out of an NBA 2K game.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is not starting due to being late to lunch with LeBron James. Hashtag Timberwolves.
Jimmy Butler back in the game after murdering his wife.
Hashtag lost 3 in a row.
Oh, man.
That's straight out of 2K. Come on.
Yeah, so some of these make a lot of sense, right? Rip City.
Oh, you know, I overlooked the Celtics. The Celtics do it too. No, that Celtics is worst one. I cut some slack for the Timberwolves. You're not as big market. Celtics, you're like one of the top 2 or 3 known franchises in this sport. Do better.
Yeah. So I don't know which ones really make me go, oh man. Magic Above All is one of them that kind of makes me raise an eyebrow.
I wish it was just the hashtag play the song, bro. Come on.
That
missed opportunity.
That's a big one. Come on.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Charlotte could be a little bit better. The hashtag all fly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Something about stinging, dude.
Yeah, not even that. Like the Hive, or you know, I mean, they've had good ones in the past. That one could do better.
Hashtag Grind City is probably the most horrific one.
I don't know.
Sus.
Hashtag be the fight for Cleveland. I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
That makes no sense.
Like
hashtag be the fight. What are we talking
Cavaliers lose a close one today, 112-107 to the Timberwolves. Hashtag be the fight. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
It does not. Mother effers for life. What
yeah, MFFL. Well, it's definitely Mavericks for something.
But
it's got it. Maybe.
Mavs. I don't know what the first F is. It doesn't make sense.
Mavericks fumble for life.
That's true.
I don't know.
You know, even the media team's ganging up on Nico here. Hashtag fire Nico. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Lake Show makes sense. Fear the Deer makes sense. Bulls Nation makes sense.
Fear the Deer's fire.
I mean, Detroit basketball probably could have done a little bit better, but
that's lazy.
Dub Nation makes sense.
Take notes, lazy.
Hashtag Go Spurs Go kind of reminds me of Go Pack Go, and I'm with you. I feel like you ripped off a little bit.
Hashtag Rip City's fire. That's a good one.
Hashtag Take Note is actually not too bad.
It's not bad. I just, you know.
I'll give him that one. Rep the district makes sense.
Hashtag NBA. Nice.
I mean, I don't think you can do too much against that one. I mean, that's pretty cut and paste. I don't like Philly Unite, though.
Should have just kept it trust the process.
Yeah. Or the 6-7ers.
That'd be wild.
You know, I don't know. That's probably came out like a day before all of that happened. I mean, I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. We probably could come up with better ones for this, and who knows? Maybe
we could come up with better for like 3/4 of these.
Oh, easy.
Hashtag Indiana style. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? So like the 5 best ones here. I mean,
okay, come on. Listen, for Indiana, instead of Indiana style, dude, hashtag push the pace or be the pace.
That would have been sick. What we overlooked Houston. Houston's is good. Hashtag one mission. That's good. Because they're the Rockets.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, that could also be, you know, this is our one shot because we have Kevin Durant, and then next year he's going to ask for a trade. But, I mean, you
could do hashtag we have a problem, but that would sound like you're a dumpster fire.
Hashtag
you know?
we have takeoff, or, you know, I don't know.
I like one mission. I mean,
it's good.
You know,
it's not bad.
it's
in the top 50. It's in the
It's
top
got to be in the
50%.
top 5 because most of these are atrocious.
Well, I don't know about top 5, right? So you got We Go Hard, you've got Rip City, you've got Take Note, in my opinion. Let's see what else. Fear the
I'll
Deer,
give
I'd
Lake
throw
Show.
up there. That's a cool one.
Top 10. It's got to be top 10. Dub Nation's good.
Dub Nation, that's at least 5 right there.
Hashtag won't bow down.
I mean, Lake Show has always been a common name for the Lakers, so I'll toss that one in the ring. I don't know, Clipper Nation too. That's not very good.
Clipper Nation's boring.
That's very boring. I don't
I
know.
think it's at least certainly top 10. It's got to be top 10.
Yeah,
A lot of these could do a lot better.
yeah. No, God, I just stared into the light there and I lost it for a second.
That's one brother.
Hashtag We the North is kind of cool, you know.
That one's cool. That one was cool when they were in the finals. That was,
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
that was pretty sick.
Yeah, or Defend the North, and they had a
Yeah.
that couldn't have been better for that portion of Toronto.
I agree.
We don't gotta get started on the Blue Jays though.
Ugh. We have the Maple Leafs to make fun of, so I mean that if there's any coping mechanism,
I think that makes it worse.
you think it makes it worse?
Because what hope do they have now? I mean,
The Raptors.
yeah, but I don't think the Raptors are making the playoffs this year, man. I feel
I
like
think Toronto fans would rather watch the Raptors than watch the Maple Leafs in the playoffs. Two first
That's
round.
a good one. Let us know.
Yeah,
Let us know.
I'm just saying, 20 years, and they've won the first round twice. They haven't been in the Eastern Conference Finals since 2004. I mean, that's for as big as a team that we don't need to get in this right now.
No. Yeah, we
need to go back to negativity.
That's true.
Glass half empty kind of people.
Well, and we're going to be a little empty. We're going to be a little
We're
empty
gonna
at
be
the
very
news
empty.
we're reporting here. So, I personally enjoy a sports bet here and there. But, man, I think after the first week of NBA, I've stopped. It got to the point where even I think it was Monday. I literally was like, oh, there's some cool games tonight. I like some of these matchups. Let's take a look at some player props. I pulled up one game and went, what am I doing? What am I doing?
No.
This is just, I'd be betting on the WWE right now because it in my opinion, at this point, there's a whole lot of tomfoolery going on right now. So I mentioned before we got into the hashtags here a little bit about the Jonte Porter. I think we need to just start right at the beginning of everything that was happening. And it starts with Jonte Porter back in May of 2024. So now we're kind of talking about the investigation in the FBI right now for the NBA. And as of May 20th of 2024, Toronto's Raptor... I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher some of this because I'm looking at a screen that's a little bit farther away from me. But forward Jonte Porter is under investigation by the NBA following multiple instances of betting irregularities over the past several months, multiple sources told ESPN on Monday. In the game on January 26th of 2024 against the LA Clippers, there was increased betting interest on the under for Porter props, which for the night were set at around 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. There was also an over-under for Porter's made three-pointers, which was at a 0.5. That evening, Porter played just 4 minutes before leaving the game because of what the Raptors said was an aggravation of an eye injury he had suffered 4 days earlier against the Grizzlies. Porter did not score against the Clippers, but had 3 boards and 1 assist. And he did not attempt a single three, meaning the under hit on all of those props. The very next day, as part of a daily report to users on betting results, DraftKings Sportsbook stated that the under of Porter's three-pointers was the biggest money winner for bettors of any NBA prop that evening. Now we go to March. March 20th. Now there's a game against the Sacramento Kings 2024. Porter played just 3 minutes before exiting because of what the Raptors said was an illness, and he did not return. He did not score after attempting just 1 shot and had 2 rebounds. Sportsbooks had his over-unders set at around 7.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. The next day, DraftKings reported in a media release that Porter's prop bets were the number one moneymaker from the night in the NBA. Now we backpedal to the 30th, October 30th, 2024, where Jonte Porter now pleads guilty to wire fraud conspiracy, ending the NBA center's career. According to a court complaint, I believe this is a friend or acquaintance of his, Mahmoud Molla used his knowledge of Porter's March 20 plans to place bets that would have netted over $1 million to be split among the conspirators, including a 24% share to the player. But a betting company became very suspicious and stopped Mola from collecting most of the money. Now, we go to January of 2025, and the FBI now begins their investigation against Terry Rozier as unusual betting patterns surrounded the play of Rozier. No charges were filed at this point, okay? Now, we fast forward a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to take a drink of water, man. This is a lot to read.
There's a lot to read.
That's good. So, I couldn't help but notice, we had talked about it, months before here. We get into October of this year, right? And Adam Silver has a guest appearance on the Pat McAfee show, and it was a good 37-minute interview. It was fun to watch the boys talk to him, and it was kind of cool to see him have a public appearance a little bit that wasn't just kind of him being the NBA commissioner a little bit.
Yeah.
There was about maybe an 8 to 10 minute segment of him talking about sports betting, and I shared a 3-minute video of it to one of our buddies, but I went into it and actually took some notes on this because there was a lot that made me raise an eyebrow of what he said. And so I didn't mark any points in the video, but if you go back and look at it, I took this in verbatim from the YouTube's, whatever you want to call the closed captioning. So at about 8 minutes in or so to the interview, Commissioner Adam Silver says, "So on one hand, with the regulated structure of legalized betting, we can monitor it in ways that were unimaginable years ago, that if there's any aberrational behavior, people betting on large numbers who hadn't historically done so." And what he means here is basically people opening an account like the same day and betting a mass amount on a prop. Let me jump back into this. So he means specifically based on geo-targeting, he knows exactly where the bet could be placed. So basically, if you're in an arena and place a bet where we can tell you are in an arena when you place that bet. So it's sort of, what's that word?
Where?
So sort of because I want to call it analog, but it's clearly not.
I don't know. Analog.
We're just going to say analyzed because it's pretty close. Analyzed to a stock market where there's a legal framework, but there's aliens that make activity illegal, like insider trading, for example. And so you have potentially the equivalent in sports where somebody may have inside information. It could be a player, and the worst case scenario is a player who's trying to impact their own performance for a bet, or it may be people around a player, and it may be unintentional on the part of the player. But somebody who's around the play knows the player isn't feeling well or isn't going to play, even though that player hasn't been announced yet. This is a lot of foreshadowing here, because I'm going to read a little bit more of it, but I want you to remember that paragraph.
Yeah.
Remember those words. So he goes a few minutes more in, and so it says, "So I would say one thing. We sent a memo out to our teams recently where we made it clear in conversation we want to see strict enforcement of these rules." So now he wants players and teams monitored based on these things. I get it. Makes sense. Go a few minutes later into the conversation. "And also, we've pulled back. It's not completely in our control, but we've asked some of our partners to pull back on some of the prop bets, especially when they're on two-way players." And so before I go any further, he means like Jonte Porter, who was on a two-way contract during the time those
Sent
bets.
down to the G League, or you could be on the NBA.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys who don't have the same stake in the competition, where it's easy to manipulate something which seems otherwise small and inconsequential to the overall score. Maybe a couple of rebounds that some players get or whatever. Now, listen, I get that, but as a sports bettor myself, either all of it's okay or none of it's okay. You can't just say we got to take this away, because there are times where I might want to bet on Kevin Looney to get 10 points a game, and that line might be 250. And if I could parlay that with something, which I've done before and hit, it's a fun feeling. It's good to know that, hey, I can target this. If you're the NBA commissioner and you're saying things like this, because this is all foreshadowing, because days later the FBI opens a 34-person investigation on basically what he's talking about here. So you already knew of these incidents. Makes sense. I mean, he's basically referring to Jonte Porter, Terry Rozier, and an assistant coach to be named here very soon. But you already knew, and as a commissioner, I'm sorry. If the league is compromised in that way and you knew about it, you're out of your job. There's no coming back from that, in my opinion. I mean,
it's very sus.
It's like
it's sus for sure. And I mean, my biggest issue with all this is the whole. You could put the DraftKings patch on the jersey and all this crap, but be so very gambling bad, but we're gonna make money off
Don't.
DraftKings and all that, and this kind of crap pisses me off, and I think, yeah, I mean
It's dude, it's so sad to see. And like I'm talking about, and I noticed it this year, and it was the day before. If it wasn't the same day when this interview came out, I didn't know this had happened. And I'm looking at props for, some bench players. And like I'm mentioning, I don't mean to throw Kevin Looney, for example, but, I want to see some irregularities in my own research that I'm doing, right? Or if I could sit there and say, oh, hey, Chet Holmgren, whatever you want to pronounce his last name, is consistently under on his points when he plays against the Trailblazers, I might want to bet on that. That's just something that I'm able to find going and looking at his points and just normal things. I bring that exact point up because yesterday I wanted to take that line, and he was out yet again against the Trailblazers. So, hey, Chet, I think you got some explaining to do, my friend. But anyway, aside from that, it's you're dodging a very bad team. Well, I shouldn't say that because I think you're on a 4-game winning streak. All right, so now we'll jump back to the notes here. I got my computer popped up again. So that was October 23rd. That interview comes out. And then let me see here because I think it was the exact same day. I'm sorry, no. That was October 21st was the interview. October 23rd, according to David Purdom of ESPN, the Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former Cleveland Cavaliers player and assistant Coach Damon Jones have been arrested as part of a pair-wide ranging investigations related to illegal sports betting and rigged poker games backed by the mafia. Authorities, I got it here if you don't want to. I guess you could read along.
I'm reading along.
You're good. So I can see your little thing going down and down and down. I'm like
down. No,
you're good.
It's helping me follow.
So a total of 34 people were arrested as a result of a years-long investigation covering 11 states and involving tens of millions of dollars. FBI Director Kash Patel said law enforcement officials said that multiple charges involve 4 mafia families and organized crime networks, with Patel saying of the money involved that the fraud is mind-boggling. Also, though Billups was not named in the sports betting indictment, the description of a co-conspirator who allegedly told a bettor that a number of Trailblazers players would miss a March 2023 game had a playing and coaching career that matches Billups. Billups is scheduled to appear in court at the federal courthouse in Brooklyn on November 24th, while Rozier will be December 8th.
Dang.
Now,
can't even give the brother a Thanksgiving break.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Nope. Same day, ESPN writer Dave McNeminen. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm just going to say Mellencamp. Dave M. Mellencamp. I know it's not it, but you got me thinking about chili dogs, my friend. All right. So he reports that assistant coach Damon Jones was arrested Thursday amid charges that he allegedly disclosed privileged information about a very personalized, and I'm just going to throw the name out there, LeBron James, to facilitate illegal sports betting.
Convenient.
The federal indictment alleges that before a Lakers game against the Milwaukee Bucks on February 9th of 2023, Jones texted a co-conspirator to, and quote, get a big bet on the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, end quote, because James was going to be out. Jones allegedly then texted, quote, bet enough so D. Jones can eat too now.
LeBron's involved. I just know it. I just know it.
End quote.
This is convenient. Awfully convenient. I just know he's involved somehow.
I just want you to remember that quote, all right? So, additionally, the indictment alleges that the following season, Jones provided more non-public info that a co-conspirator in connection to the Lakers game against the Thunder on January 15th of 2024. Jones was an assistant coach, and this is something that I put in here because I thought it was very interesting. Damon Jones was an assistant coach for the Cavaliers during that infamous NBA Finals game where JR just forgot the score and botched that play. So there hasn't been anything about that yet, but I just thought it was interesting. And then I saw a tweet that was also on the 23rd here from a Joe Pompliano that gave some highlights. And of his highlights, I only put a few in here because a lot of what he talked about, I've already talked about based on ESPN's report. So he says that the FBI says that NBA player Terry Rozier told defendants that he was going to leave a game early March 23rd, 2023 with an injury. The defendants then placed more than over $200,000 of wagers on the unders for his prop bets, with Rozier leaving the game after 9 minutes. Those bets paid out tens of thousands of dollars in profits, and the defendants and Rozier then counted the money at Terry's house.
Based.
So then the FBI continued by saying that former Raptors player Jonte Porter, who we talked about earlier, was threatened to participate in sports gambling schemes because of his gambling debts. And then, of course, they said, which I think they gave the rough estimate, we talked about it, FBI has been working on this investigation for 4 years, claiming victims have lost at least $7 million.
Holy crap.
We go a day forward, and David Purdom is back with another report saying that now Congress is sending a letter to Commissioner Adam Silver requesting a brief and expressing concern of allegations of illegal gambling and sports rigging after Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and Damon Jones were indicted on a pair of sweeping federal investigations. A little interesting. Like, listen, I'm not calling him a whistleblower, but like, he probably should. He probably should have lawyered up before he got on the Pat McAfee show. I know he had his lawyers, but what he said without putting names on specific things there is exactly what we're hearing right now. At least in my opinion. I'm not connecting the dots. I'm no Nancy Drew, but
Nancy Drew mentioned.
I know.
Yes, sir.
I know.
Yes, sir.
So that's the 24th of October. Now we go to the 28th of October.
Holy cow.
The same year, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was alleged to have manipulated his performance in an NBA game as part of a gambling scheme. He was apparently facing an $8 million tax lien from the IRS, according to county clerk records obtained by the ESPN. So, is he trying to pay off some of these debts? Is he not? I don't understand, because he's got a career earning of $196 million from the NBA. If you listen, I can't fathom what happened to that money.
How?
But that seems like a very small amount if that's your career earnings to me. But, I guess apples and oranges.
Ultimately, the IRS is the IRS, so I'm with Terry at least on that part. Screw the IRS. You can come after me. I don't care. I don't pay my taxes. That's not true.
Breaking news. So now we go to October 29th, where ESPN has reported that Chauncey Billups and point guard Terry Rozier will not be paid while on leave of absence because of these federal charges. Terry Rozier was set to make $26.6 million this year. That will now be held.
He's getting paid $26 million to be a whatever. That's
well,
wild.
So he actually makes about $320,000 per game. And he's only earning about $200,000 per bet he's throwing.
What did he do to earn that money to begin with, to be honest? Look, again, he was nice in Boston, but like, bro.
He was cool in Charlotte, but for a year, and then he started selling.
He hasn't really been nice anywhere else, to be honest.
Well, I think we know why. Let's be honest here. So, yeah.
The Celtics kept him in check. Let's just get that out in the air.
Do you think
Boston? They're very disciplined, at least when it comes to gambling. Okay, now when it comes to putting a camera in a certain angle, we don't need to talk about that.
Do you think that's because it's a bigger market, a bigger sports market? I'm just saying. Do you think he could have gotten away with this playing for the Knicks or when he was with the Celtics, Lakers? I mean, I'm just saying.
You're probably Miami's not a tiny market, to be fair.
No, listen, fair enough.
Miami is,
but at least with Charlotte, I mean, he got away with it for about a year.
For sure, I could see that. That could certainly contribute to it. Yeah, him being in Charlotte, you could be a little sneakier about it. People aren't looking for irregularities.
They're just looking at LaMelo Ball
in player. Yeah, right. So they're not going to be looking for that. Whereas if you're making prop bets and Luka all of a sudden dropping 65.5 points against the Mavs every single time. No particular reason. Totally not vengeful in any way. People, I don't know. People they'd be looking more into LA and Boston and New York type stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So
I could see that.
That was what we were going to record Tuesday here. It's Thursday now, obviously. We're talking about Thursday Night Football. And that was going to be where I ended the notes. And I was so thankful today when I popped up my computer and more news came out about this for me. So I want you to remember that. Bet enough so D. Jones can eat too now. Because as of today, November 6th, 2025, Damon Jones pleads not guilty to charges that he profited from rigged poker games and provided sports bettors with non-public information about injuries to stars LeBron James and Anthony Davis. According to prosecutors, Jones sold or attempted to sell non-public info to bettors that James was injured and wouldn't have played. Hold on, I gotta hold that thought real quick so I can just spit this out. That wouldn't be playing in a February 9th, 2023 game against the Bucks. Texting an unnamed co-conspirator in, quote, get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight before the information is out.
Okay, to be fair, breaking the news about Anthony Davis being injured that's not breaking that's not breaking news. That's just the day-to-day basis, okay? LeBron's
but I guess it's important.
Anthony Davis is not going to play. Color me shocked. That's not a shock in any way, all right? So you can't use Anthony Davis against him because literally all of America knows his nickname is Day to Davis for a reason. I'm sorry, Anthony Davis. I love you. I hope the best for you, but dude, you miss 40 games a year. The FBI cannot hold that against him. They absolutely can't. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I guess in this one specific incident, it makes sense. So it is just funny because when I'm reading this article, there's more. So they go into specifics. On January 15th of 2024, prosecutors said Fairley paid Jones approximately $2,500 for a tip that Davis, the Lakers forward and center at the time, would see limited playing time against OKC because of an injury. I know you want to say it. I know you just give me a second. Fairley then placed a $100,000 bet on the Thunder to win, prosecutors said, but the tip was wrong.
Whoa!
Davis actually played his usual minutes, scoring 27 points and collected 15 rebounds in a 112-105 Lakers win, prompting Fairley to demand a refund of his $2,500 fee.
My man! Anthony Davis locked in.
Dog, listen.
Got hurt the next game, but hey, my man.
Part of me is a little bit glad that there's another story to surround Damon Jones other than J.R. Smith throwing a bowl of soup at him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, dog, listen, if this isn't you're caught red-handed, maybe you should have done a little bit better in your text. Because at least in this, you can say, oh, someone add my phone. That's not my number. You don't. But the fact that in the first text you put so D. Jones can eat too, who's D. Jones?
This is great.
Who's D. Jones?
You know, if you're gonna go down, at least go down with the quote. Girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Like, go all in, bro. So at least you kind of have you're gonna go to prison, but at least you got a cold-blooded line to rock with it. So that's tough though. Yeah, you probably you could come up with something else that wouldn't necessarily rat you out for sure, but. Man.
Yeah, and I mean, you really got to know someone to get some information. Like, there's been times where I've known or, like, looked for a player to come off an injury, because you can usually see they're going to be on, like, a minute restriction, things like that. And
yeah.
As a novice bettor myself, I shouldn't even say novice. I'm a little past novice at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say. You're making your own spreadsheets. That's not novice.
Yeah, so it is so incredibly difficult to find information or reports about that in general because of the sports betting nowadays.
Yeah.
To have that specific info, if you're getting it somewhere, you're getting it from the inside. There's just no doubt in my mind about that. And it's just, to the point I made earlier, either all of it's okay or none of it's okay. Opening night, you could only bet on maybe 3 starting players on a certain team. I'm not going to name it, the Lakers. Or like 6 players from the Warriors. I couldn't bet on bench players or anything else. And those are people who I wanted to bet on. Like, I'm looking for specific names, things like that. There are some books you can go to, like BetMGM, who probably have it all. But like, my personal favorites, the ones that I like to look at, DraftKings, FanDuel, they're all doing it. I get why they're doing it, to the point a lot of these players are probably on 2-way contracts. It's irrelevant. It's real to me, damn it.
Yeah, it is.
I want to bet on those things. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've done well in the NBA this year, because I haven't, because they are either cracking down on it, or I got to make a few phone calls and say, hey, dog, these players are also slipping their lines. No, I'm calling the FBI and saying, hey, I think Donovan Mitchell missed his line on purpose today. What else am I supposed to do? I'll continue to bet on the NFL. I'll continue to bet on the MLB. For whatever reason, those sports have done a phenomenal job of either holding their players accountable or just keeping it to what they need to. There's no shot in my mind, unless there's more info that comes out in this report or the FBI finds something else. 34 people, and we're only getting 3 names right now. Who else?
LeBron. I'm locking it in. I don't care. That's my tinfoil hat. LeBron, you're involved. I don't know how, but you're involved.
Well, his name's on there.
The other name, I mean, I haven't said his name in 5 minutes. Nico Harrison. Nico's involved. You know who also is involved? Pat Dumont.
Well,
Mavs owner. You are also involved. And the other Mavs owner, it's whoever the woman is. I forgot her name.
Oh.
But I think she's also involved. Pretty much anybody in Dallas that's not a player or a fan.
Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna argue that. But like I'm just saying, now that the FBI is coming out for sports rigging, now you could talk about this being player props, but can you imagine if we find out that they've rigged the lottery for Cooper Flag?
Oh, it's rigged 100%.
I'm just saying, like, what else? What else we're gonna find out?
What do we mean? We found out it was you traded Luka and then you magically get Cooper Flag. Come on.
That
was some fixed Mickey Mouse nonsense. You got Luka to a bigger market. You know, the owners might try to pretend to get what they want by moving down. I think the Mavs are too big to move. But the theory is right now that they want to move to Vegas because they want casinos, which Dallas doesn't allow them to do. So they get that, and then in return, you get your superstar, Cooper Flag. It's just Mickey Mouse. It was blatantly rigged.
Yeah, man, that's something.
That was absurd. But
yeah.
We'll pretend it's not.
Yeah, for the sake of it. I mean, the Bulls are red hot right now, and if this is the year that they come out and say, yeah, actually, all 30 teams are basically just a reenactment of the Harlem Globetrotters and have been, and it's all been WWE. I'm gonna be so disappointed.
To be fair, we have always said if there was a sport between the big four,
it's the
NBA was always the most fraudulent. I mean, you Game 7 against the Kings, the Lakers got all those fouls. The ref admitted to rigging that game. You got LeBron flopping in Miami, every 50 seconds. There was one other Patrick Ewing lottery. That could have saved the league. I mean, there are a lot of shady history with the NBA.
Well, you also got to think about Cleveland getting two number 1 picks after LeBron left, and they weren't necessarily back to back, but it was Anthony Bennett and then Kyrie.
So
I just
total whiff on Anthony Bennett, but you still got Kyrie out of it. So very convenient for sure.
Yes, without question.
I mean, you can even throw in Derrick Rose to Chicago. I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, a Chi-Town kid, Bulls somehow pull it off with 1% odds. Could be sus, but you don't really see that with the other sports. I mean, NHL, the Oilers winning 4 lotteries in 6 years was a little, questionable, but every other sport, I'm not saying, yeah, this is blatantly fixed.
No.
But NBA is always been that was pretty questionable.
Well, I guess you could say some things with the NFL when it comes to certain winning teams.
Certain calls, I mean, the Saints pass interference, womp womp. I hate the Saints, so not rigged in my eyes.
Being able to find out about a bounty program until a year and a half later. I mean,
what do you mean? It was fake.
I'm just hyping my players up.
It never actually happened, Brian. Source: Saints fans.
Well. Yeah. All right.
Never forget that I had that fight with that Saints fan, I think 2 years ago now, on Thanksgiving. We had a huge debate about, he said Drew Brees is the GOAT. And I was like, buddy, he's not even top 5, but whatever you say.
My GOAT's arm still works.
Yeah, right? Yeah, my GOAT can still use his arm. Drew Brees can't. Just saying.
I'm not using that as my GOAT argument. Drew's a nice guy, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Drew, I hope you enjoy this content.
Yeah. I agree. Sean Payton, go screw yourself. But
I can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in all, I mean, I could see it. There have been some it again goes both ways. The Jags in that AFC Championship game recovered that fumble and the whistle somehow. That was questionable. That was a fumble and it should have been a touchdown. It should have been game over right there. Now, to be fair, ball didn't lie. Eagles won, but yeah, there have definitely been individual calls NFL wise at really convenient times that you'd be like, that's sus. but it hasn't been like to the extent of what the NBA's done. I mean,
Oh gosh, no.
the NBA, like, the NFL has done a better job of like trying to explain the reasoning behind some of the calls that they made or whatnot, and the NBA is just like nothing happened. It's just like
Forget about it.
it also helps the NFL doesn't have a lottery. They're the only
Yeah.
sport left that's smart to say worst team gets the best pick because if you're 1-15, you're bad for a reason. You could say they're tanking, but it's like either way, if that team that's 1-15 would have tried, they might win one more game. So
Yeah. It does make me kind of wonder if Gilbert Arenas is one of the 34 people after we found out about his poker
I
games.
refuse. That's my boy.
Agent Zero.
Agent Zero, baby. I trust. He's definitely on that list.
Did you see, by the way, and I mean, I wish I'd pull it up for you if I could, but there was a picture the day after Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones got arrested that he came out with. He was on some podcast somewhere, and he brought a lunch bag with him. That's basically was saying, like, he snitched, and it was, like, his, like, meal to, like...
Might have been on the Do Perfect podcast. I know he went on...
It may have been.
I think he was on theirs.
Very interesting.
Oh, or is it Edelman's? He's on one or the other.
It was... Yeah,
I
it was
saw
one
him
of the two.
recently on one of those, and I know what you're talking about. I just forgot whose it was he was on, but... Oh, man. Crazy stuff.
It was...
While you find that, let's do a score update. 7-7.
Informant lunch. That's what it said.
Okay, so not maybe not. My boy Pat Bryant, Illini legend, 40. We have another Sunday. Where's this game at?
What?
It says Sunday at 8:30.
Yeah, it's in London.
Why?
Or if it's somewhere in Europe. But hold on, we'll get there. Wait, who scored that? Oh, Bryant.
No, he didn't score the touchdown. He just got a
Oh.
40-yard pass.
So was it Cortland Sutton? Come on, give me some.
J.K. Dobbins, lock it in.
No.
Troy
Franklin.
Franklin.
Troy Franklin, yeah.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Brutal.
Idiot. Anyway. Okay. All right. Well, I guess, hey, good as tie game. But anyway, yeah, so it was, he was joking about the bag. I don't see what podcast he was on. But not important. We know what the bag said. So I think that really wraps it up there for the NBA for now. Like I said, the Bulls are good. Blackhawks are doing well right now. So I guess we got that going for us.
Yeah, Chicago sports slowly turning the page for the better. Love to see it.
True. So I guess without further ado, we started with some hate. I know you've got some more points here. You wanna? Oh, you really put your printer on here.
It is technically sports related.
Let me hear it. Without further ado.
Now the initial reaction to adding it is not, but my experience with this printer is tied to sports stuff. So the reason why I added it here, the other day I had to get Illinois plates on my truck. It was like, this needs to be done before this state hunts me down and gets really mad at me. You're supposed to get it done within 30 or 60 days of establishing residency, and it's been a little longer than that.
It's probably 30.
It's been longer than 30 days. So I got that done, but I had to print off my registration from Texas because that's like one of the two documents. I think it might have been the only thing I needed. Didn't need much to get this done. And I'm trying to print it off. 30 minutes go by. Nothing. It's not working. I text my mom, can you print this off for me? I drive over to her house to pick this up. I'm like 15 minutes late for my appointment. And I'm stressing that they might not take me. I have no idea. Each DMV, at least in Illinois, is different.
Which one did you go to?
I went to Morris.
Oh, that's not terrible.
I feel like the lady that I've dealt with there both times has actually been really nice.
They're nice. They can be a little bit busy sometimes. And this is, I mean, hey, if you're in our area, go to Ottawa.
I've heard about Ottawa.
Fantastic.
It's
fantastic.
Ottawa doesn't even need appointments, right?
You can, but you could just walk in. There's like two people.
See, you can't walk into Morris. You have to have an
No, I
appointment.
know. Yeah, yeah.
I've thought about going to Ottawa. I'm not gonna lie, but my experience at Morris was fine. But all that to say, this stupid printer almost cost me my appointment. Hindsight, I could have just done it the next day, but I was about to throw hands. And had I just said, "Screw it, I don't need it," I'd have been cooked because it was the one thing that they needed to make a copy of, and for their records. And So thanks a lot, printer. You sold once again. This thing never. Don't get a Canon printer. Never in your what?
Oh,
Never.
man.
Canon sucks. It is the worst. But the reason this is tied to sports, it's not my only time I've had issues with this. Illinois Abilene University baseball game. I drive out to Corpus Christi. They played each other back in February. And guess who can't print it off the night before I have to go to the game?
I got a feeling it's you.
Yeah, it's me and my stupid printer. It's having issues, and I'm getting ready to throw hands with this thing. I was like, what are you doing? It's connected to the internet. You know, there's paper loaded in. The ink cartridge isn't, running dry. Nothing wrong. It's turned on before any of you idiots say, did you have it turned on? It was turned on. It just wouldn't work. This thing just randomly just doesn't want to work sometimes. Maybe it's my computer. I don't know, but yeah, and it's done this with multiple Abilene football games. It's done this with basketball games, and I just like, dude, you're the worst. You're demonic. I hate this thing so much. You are my Nico Harrison of printers.
Wow.
One of one, to be fair. But I would compare this printer to Nico Harrison. I absolutely would. I can't wait to get rid of it. Mom and Dad, if you ever watch this episode, get me a new printer for Christmas, please. I beg of you.
If you ever get a new printer, you got to do the Office Space.
Yes. Oh man, I'm thinking about just smashing it ultimately though, or just have someone in the back of my truck. I drive it and they just yeet it out somewhere in the church parking lot.
Be careful, that's littering though.
Well, have I done my dad's church parking lot?
It's private property.
They technically still could make an argument that it'd be illegal, but I'd clean it up. Whatever. There are trees covering the way, so what are the odds a cop sees me just yeet my stupid worthless printer out the truck, the bed of the truck?
Our editor actually might see you do that, so you gotta.
That's fair. Adam.
You gotta
hey, Adam, just lock in. Just let me do it, okay, bro?
Lock him up.
Just be a chill cop, okay?
Lock him up.
Just be a chill cop, okay? I'm not like that messed up lady that you showed us
What?
What?
Yeah, no, he's talking about the WNBA clips where we've been watching, where people are throwing stuff.
Am I not supposed to say that?
No, but no.
I'm sorry. That was not intentional.
It's okay.
You could cut that out. I didn't think that was an issue. I didn't think that was an issue.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. All right. So yeah.
I'm sorry. Cut that out. I just made your life hard again. The second episode.
It's okay. I'll make it funny. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so your printer.
So the next one, we already did.
We did the Dodgers.
I'm gonna save the Tarleton Abilene one last.
Okay.
There's some juicy stuff going on there, but Jordan Bennington.
Yes.
I'm gonna hate on you, bro. You tried to steal Ovi's 900 goal.
Very obviously too.
Yeah, and he tried to play it off. Joker was like, I was always gonna give it to him. I was like, no, you weren't. You were gonna sell it. You're gonna be a jerk about it. We know you. You're a dirty St. Louis Blues scumbag. And you try to fight everybody, throw fits every which way when the wind blows. I can't stand this man.
If you're going to do what he did, and it's funny, you go back and watch the video, you can clearly see him take his glove off.
He took it off
and puts it in his pants. Listen, if you're going to do something dumb like that, maybe go in with the idea that, hey, Ovi may score his 900th goal tonight. Maybe I should put an extra puck in my gear somewhere. And when that puck goes in, drop it out real quick and be like, here you go, and take the one that was actually scored with you. But again, what do I know? There's cameras everywhere there. I wouldn't have gotten away with it either. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That was
Come on, man.
That was horrible.
That was just blatant.
That was
loser. That's kind of Blake Snell behavior. Okay, all right. Last but not least, Tarleton. I'm hating on both universities here. All right, so.
All right.
This is for anybody that doesn't watch FCS, I don't blame you. So Abilene was my alma mater, and our big rival, our huge rival, is Tarleton State. And we played each other last weekend. Tarleton was ranked number 3 in the nation for FCS. Abilene just dropped out of top 25, I think, or we might have dropped to 23. I forgot. We just lost the game before. Well, we beat Tarleton State. 31-28 and game-winning field goal. we're all thrilled. A bunch of us are just throwing shade at Tarleton State. And so our football Instagram page made a post that said, Tarleton is not a state. It's funny. It's a fun little joke, right? You think that that's not going to rile up anybody. I mean, because it's not.
Well, what about Ball State? Ball's not a state.
Ball's not a state. Ball don't lie. But we weren't playing Ball State. We were playing Tarleton State. And so the next day, Abilene deletes the post and makes a post saying, that is not consistent with our kind of behavior, blah, blah, blah. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That is the softest. It's a joke, bro. It's, if they said something like, that was actually offensive. I won't say any of the terms, but like if they said something that would have actually been
Tarleton State sucks.
Yeah, well, I still wouldn't have deleted it, but I mean, hey, yeah, I mean that's still probably more deletable than what they actually did. That's embarrassing. I was just like, I get it, we want to be about good sportsmanship and all that, but Tarleton's been piss poor sports the entire time they've been in D1. These guys are some of the saltiest, rudest people out there. These idiots, so this is why I'm ranting about Tarleton State, are trying to claim we live in their heads rent free or whatever. Sorry, they live in our heads rent free.
Got it.
Sorry,
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
It's like, we've beaten you 2 years in a row now. That's not rent free in any way. It's the other way around. You guys are just uneducated, stupid. And I even got in a fight with one guy. I was beefing with this one guy in particular.
It almost seems easy to do right now. It's
yeah.
It almost seems a little too easy to get you riled up.
Yeah, it's always been too easy. But it's always been too easy.
I can't argue that.
But this guy in particular, just Abilene's 5-4. It was a lucky win. You guys aren't even that good. It's like, okay, well, one, if we're lucky for being 5-4 and all that, shouldn't it be more embarrassing that you lost to a team that's 5-4? Two, if you watch FCS football, you should know, never look at a record to indicate how good the team actually is. You don't want to do that across college ball in general.
True.
But if it's week 3 and Michigan State's 1-2, good chance that they're probably not going to have a good year because you might have played an FCS team to start the year. You should win that and then probably play a weaker team before that. So that could be an example where you could do that. But it's like with FCS, you can't do it. Abilene played 2 FBS schools to start the year, and then we played a top 10 team in FCS that we kept relatively close with. So 3 of our 4 losses are those don't really even count. Well, 2 of them don't count in any way. 1 of them did, but it's reasonable. So we really only had 1 bad loss. And to sit here is you have 4 losses. Yeah, sure, but we played actual tough competition. These guys are playing Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Indiana University of the Deaf over here. And, trying to pretend they won by 50 against this school is like a flex. I was like, settle down. You guys are a bunch of losers. You really don't understand this whole concept of college football. And they're trying to pretend they'll go deeper in the playoffs than us, which they probably will. We probably won't make it. They'll lose in the first round. So we'll be both ringless. So that's the ultimate thing. If we're going to be both ringless, then it comes down to head-to-head matchup. We won, you lost, skill issue, womp womp, Poverty University. But both losers at the end of the day, because deleting that joke is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I get it, Christian University, blah, blah, blah. But that, there wasn't anything anti-Christian about what they said. It's a fun little joke. Let's relax.
That some good tea there for
it is good tea. I told you for FCS ball. Yeah, it got heated. It got heated.
I would say it arguably got lukewarm, but
it got lukewarm. The audacity.
I'm just saying it got enough. It got enough above room temp where people were like, whoa, wait, no. But hey, I mean, it's content.
I'm doing my signal that we should wrap it up soon. That's what I'm gonna start doing now.
That's perfect. You want to just get into our pick'em and
We might as well, right? Because that was the end of my stuff. And
that's
I'm
good.
assuming
Yeah,
that's what
that's
you
really
had,
all I
so.
had was the NBA.
It was not the smoothest transition, but
I don't think anything today's been very smooth. Not a lot of fiber in this episode.
No, it was great. It was
This is our
conspiracies and me making your life harder once again on accident. Well, the first one was on purpose, but I won't do that again. This incident was totally. I had no idea. I couldn't say that. So, okay, pick 'em. Let's do this.
Pick 'em. All right, so we already got Thursday night. We're going to Germany, Atlanta, Indiana, Indianapolis.
Wow, that's kind of
There's some fun behind this.
I'll go Colts.
I'm
for
also
actual pick. I'll go Atlanta for jersey pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm riding Colts outright. Which, by the way, I'll be real quick about this. Did you
Sauce
see?
Gardner got traded to Indy. Forgot to mention that.
No, it's okay. We'll hit that next week when Nick's here. We'll hit on the
fair enough.
NFL updates.
Fair
but
enough.
no, my thing was the guy who sings the "This Is Our Colts" video. Did you see he got some backlash last week?
For what?
So in his song, when he's talking about beating the Steelers, he mentions breaking Aaron Rodgers' back, and that's all he says. That's all he says is we'll break his back or whatever. And people were like, dude, whoa. And so he had to make an apology video, and he's like, I don't condone violence. I didn't mean it.
Oh my god, that is pathetic.
Dude,
That's pathetic. He has. If that man has any ill intent, we're all screwed. We're all screwed. That dude is like the most innocent person out there.
he's a great guy, man.
Come on, man. That's absurd.
Yeah, man. I just
That's horrible.
I mean, you know,
Steeler fans being Steeler fans. What a shock.
well, I don't know if it was the Steelers doing that. Seth, that's his name. I've been blanking. Seth, we're with you. We stand with you. We get it. We understand where you're coming from. And hey, if you see this, my friend, we'd love to chat with you about it, maybe. And
Heck
kind
yeah.
of where the inspiration comes from these songs. Because if you ever sing, my only hate is going to come from if you say anything about beating the Vikings or him, maybe the Patriots. But that's
I wouldn't blame you. We got a beef with each other, team wise.
That's respectably, yeah.
I understand if you have to do it. I get it. So.
okay. So without that, we'll conclude that Germany game. Now we're moving to the nooner games. Giants, Bears.
That's actually kind of a hard one.
Oh man.
Well, jersey wise, I'll go Bears. I'll go Bears both outright. Something tells me Jackson Dart's going to go off, but I'll trust Nick. This is me representing for Nick. This in particular pick, I'll ride Caleb to pop off again for 176 yards, an interception, and 23 handoffs to their new running back for 2 touchdowns and 150 yards.
Yeah, this is in Chicago. I'm not taking it chalk. I gotta go with the Bears, man. I just after the Scatterbo injury, I don't know what the Giants can really
Tracy
do.
did not look good in his new starting role.
No,
That's why I got Devin Singletary in one of my leagues just in case if he takes over.
just in case.
Just in case.
So all right, so we got that in. Next game up, Buffalo at Miami.
Buffalo both outright.
Go Bills. Go Bills. All right, I gotta scroll because my thing isn't working. Next game up, Baltimore in Minnesota.
Oh man, is Lamar back?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
For sure.
Conditional, Nick. I'll say screw it. I'll go with the Vikings for the actual pick. In part because in one of my leagues I have to start JJ.
Oh.
I didn't. But Mahomes is I was feeling a little Mahomey. I had to get him. I decided to not go the backup quarterback. That always comes back to bite me. It always does. And I tried to grab Sam Darnold, and some idiot with Lamar and Rodgers got him instead. They even dropped Rodgers. He now has 3 quarterbacks. Like, what are you doing? He's 0-9. He's 0-9, by the way.
Oh, that makes sense.
But so I kind of have to root for JJ in particular in this game. I need him to have a breakout game. But I think it's a good game to do it. Baltimore's defense is really bad.
Yes,
so.
I'm also going to ride 9 in Minnesota. I I gotta do it.
I'll go.
I gotta do
I'll
it.
go mini jerseys.
It's a better shade of purple.
It's a better shade of purple.
Next up, we got the Browns at the Jets.
Tank Bowl.
To say the least.
Jets for sure jersey. That's not even close. Sorry, Browns fans. I gotta. Oh man, can I go Jets out? I just don't know. I'll go Browns. Their defense is still legitimate.
I feel like I have to, right? Because the only thing that's good about New York right now, well, I guess I don't know.
They
I
have
guess
4
Justin Fields
first-round
has to
picks.
start. Yeah, that too.
5 actually. The 4 they trade. Oh, actually, I don't know how many picks they got.
I feel like the only thing they do well is run the ball, and Cleveland's defense is without question elite run stop. So I'm gonna ride the Browns there. I get it's the chalk.
Keeping Brees Hall, by the way, is crazy. That's
And
wild.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Next game up, we got New England and the Buccaneers.
Yeah, outright. It's Tampa's gonna win this game.
No, I'm.
You think?
I'm hate picking here, and I'm taking New England.
You're hate picking.
I'm hate picking, and I got to be very clear on this because Baker, I love you, but whoever is in charge of assigning or doing anything medical with the Buccaneers needs to be fired after this stupid. We're gonna keep Bucky Irving out for 6 weeks and not designate him for IR.
This is why I traded him for Jonathan Taylor in my league.
Whoa, that's insane. Okay.
I get there are a lot more moving pieces involved to get that, but that was
yeah. we leave that alone right now. But yeah, and Chris Godwin, they're both out for like 5 weeks. When are we gonna get any update?
I am with you on that though. When I was a Bucky Irving owner, it was rough out there.
Just designate the guy.
It was rough.
Am I going to have to wait 2 weeks? I thought he was going to be back after the bye, but I mean, am I going to have to wait 2 more weeks before I hear he's out for the season?
Regardless, I wouldn't play him against New England. If he does play, I'd bench him.
I just don't understand.
New England has not allowed a single guy to rush or I don't know if who did we play last week? Bijan might have gotten it, but he was pretty low. He didn't get much more than 50 if he did.
I mean,
so New England's run defense is legitimate, so I would not start a Tampa running back, whoever it is.
No, but listen, I mean, like, Rashad White's done well enough in Bucky's absence. Designate the poor guy and pick up a wide receiver for your quarterback. I mean, what are we doing here?
They should have traded for Garrett Wilson or somebody. Like, bro, they're like on wide receiver 37 right now.
Yeah.
They do have Amika though, so I mean, as long
Ibuka and Johnson,
he needs to stay healthy. But I still think this is still a good test game for the Patriots. Though I mean, you're going on the road. Tampa's a good team. I still think this is probably a game we don't win, but if since this doesn't count, I will do it. This is not my jersey pick. Condition could be if Drake May throws for 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, I think they do get it. Because we'll stop their run game. There's no question about that. Rashad White is, if we stop Bijan, I'm not scared of Rashad White, but it's going to come down to, will Baker do Baker things? And I think he will. But jersey-wise, I'm going New England if it's just the normal ones, which I'm pretty sure they will just be normal jerseys. So
Fair enough. Next game up, we get New Orleans in Carolina.
Oh, that's actually a good jersey battle. I love both. I'm a blue guy, so I'm going to go Carolina jerseys.
I'm taking Carolina.
I'm going
as well.
Carolina outright.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Next game up, we've got Jacksonville in Houston.
Oh, battle of mid. CJ is out.
That's confirmed?
It is confirmed.
Wow, and it's a pick'em. Wow.
It's a pick'em even with him
Jacksonville's a -1.5 point favorite.
Wow. Well, let me double check to make sure it is. I'm 90% sure he is. I thought he was confirmed out. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yahoo says it. Okay. That's crazy. Wow. I'm maybe it hasn't been updated. I feel like I would have been, but
It's gotta be.
I'll go Texans jerseys, but Jags actual pick 'em. I think the Jags can pull it off.
This is a must win for Jacksonville in my opinion. Division game on the road.
slowly watching I mean, if you can't hold on to the division, Kansas City's definitely taking your spot for the playoffs.
They don't have the division.
They don't?
No.
The Colts.
The
I'm
Colts
sorry.
do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot the Colts were. I forgot that the AFC South is somehow not incompetent this year.
What?
It's like we're living in the Twilight Zone right now.
No, if anything, it's just different than what we thought because the Texans were such a heavy favorite.
Yeah, it's different because there are 2 teams above 500. Usually it's one that's flirting with 500 and then 3 in the top 5 for the NFL draft.
And you got to keep it a buck because the Titans are ass. So that's
the 2 consistency. that went over my head for a second. Shoot. Yeah, that's a great quote. W. Cam Ward.
That's his only W.
That is his only W.
Yeah. So all right. So we're both right. Well, are you going Houston?
Houston
personal?
for jerseys.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Jacksonville. Next game up, we've got Arizona in Seattle.
Is this Seattle's? No. Seattle already did their rivalry jersey, didn't they?
No. I think they're doing it against San Fran.
San Fran. That would make more sense. Seattle outright.
Yeah, Seattle. Mm-hmm.
I'll probably go with both. I like Arizona's jerseys, but Seattle's can be nice.
Next afternoon game, Rams at 49ers.
49ers jerseys, Rams game.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go San Fran.
Please target George Kittle. I beg of you, all that is holy Mac Jones. If you play, throw it to Kittle, man. I'm sick of this.
I get it.
Brock Purdy needs to come back. That's for sure. Brock Purdy and George Kittle are like peas and carrots. Mac Jones and George Kittle are like the opposite of that.
Oh, okay. I can't think of anything that doesn't pair very well together.
Pineapple and pizza.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good one. Some might agree with it. I don't.
Oh man, if you agree with it, you're just wrong.
So, all right. So next game up, Detroit in Washington.
Ooh, Detroit outright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a blowout, to be honest.
If Washington somehow wins this game without
Detroit's cooked
Jaden,
if they lose.
I don't know about cooked, but
I think
yikes.
they're cooked.
Yikes. Sunday night, Steelers, Chargers.
Why? What?
Yep.
It's going to be game of the year because I said that specifically.
No, I don't know about that, but
maybe not game of the year, but it's going to be surprisingly more. They do this for a reason, and I always get thrown off guard when it actually ends up being a good game. It always happens. Chargers jerseys. I'll go Chargers outright.
Yeah,
I could see the Steelers winning this, but
the reason I'm going to ride against it is obviously because of the joke you made of them going 8-9 or 9-8, and they're 5-3 right now.
I need an L right now for that to hold up.
Yeah, and I think if you're going to beat the Colts there at home, you might lose to the Chargers at home. On the road to the Chargers. I'm struggling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, last game of the week, Monday night, Philly in Green Bay.
Philly jerseys, easy. Probably Philly outright. I could see Green Bay finally pulling this one through, but I think Jacobs needs to have a really good game, and I think obviously I'd be concerned with now Green Bay losing 2 trap games, and their 2 losses are really bad. You lost to Cleveland and you lost to Carolina. That's not great for the old resume in the Big 25.
No, I'm also going to lean Philly. I know the Packers absolutely hate the tush push, and I expect a lot of the tush pushing to happen this game. I don't think.
I did see a stat that the Eagles are the least efficient in the tush push this year than they have been the last 3 or 4 years. So they're like about 76% this year. 3 years ago when they were doing it, when they kind of first started it, they were at like 92. So it is starting to dip. I think teams are starting to figure it out, but
I feel like they've had some key injuries to the O-line that may have impacted that.
Well, that'd be shocking because they just jump off sides every play when trying to do the. That's my bigger concern with the tush push now.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, huge. You could just be Brian Flores and make someone lay down right in front of the center.
Based. Is that what he did?
Did you not see that?
No.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you real
That's
quick.
incredible. That man should be a head coach, by the way.
No.
I know why you say no. You want to keep him. I liked Brian Flores.
Yeah, I want him to stay forever.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
All right.
Dude is a professional ball knower.
Hold on, I'm just gonna pull up an image.
Miami fumbled the bag.
And you know what? That's fine. Oh, this is a video. No, wait a minute. Wait. But anyway, so I guess without further ado, I'll pull up the picture before we get out of here. I'm just gonna show him what I'm looking at real quick. I don't know if you can see
Wow.
him.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yep. So that is that. I mean, if you're a ball knower, if you knew it, if you watched it, that happened. You know, we lost that game. We don't got to talk about it. But that pretty much wraps it up for episode 15.
Wow.
So without further ado, I keep saying that. I'll get a better punchline, I promise. But be sure to like these videos, subscribe to them, check out our reels, our shorts, our TikToks. I mean, it's all just highlights from our episodes here, but it's a good place to start if you're looking for our content. So without further ado, we're out of here. Take care. Be
Adios.
safe out there.